This that
Red Panda Anthem.
Ian, what's up?
This that Red Panda Anthem.
Red Panda, what's good?
Let's just get this started. Tell us about your role at Ally and what does that mean as far as your leading financial literacy for the firm? Because Ally is a financial company, so you would think that financial literacy is something that most people already know, but you can't assume that. So that's interesting that you're leading financial literacy for a financial company. So what's that mean?
Absolutely. No, great question. So just before I jump into that, want to give you all a little bit more background about Ally, who we are, what we do. Even though Troy, man, I've been watching you with the drops. You're getting better and better, right? So just a little bit more about why.
Master at work.
Yeah. Every time I'm like, man, I got to watch out for this guy. But other than being a leading digital financial service company, we understand how important financial education is to helping the next generation of creators, entrepreneurs, and people who historically have been underrepresented by financial institutions. So we have a long track record of helping create pathways and opportunities for communities of color to promote economic mobility and drive equity, which is displayed through a lot of our programs like the Moguls in the Making program. Not sure if you all have heard of that, but it's an entrepreneurship program in partnership with the Thurgood Marshall College Fund for publicly and privately supported HBCUs aimed at preparing and empowering young entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs to really go to the next level and get a better understanding of entrepreneurship, careers and other things like that. And then also partnership with Warner Media and DC Comics to create the Milestone Initiative to elevate emerging Black and diverse writers and artists in the comic book industry. And even our collaboration with you all, the United Masters, creating the next generation of creators, artists through the Earn Your Master activations across the country. So that's who we are. That's some of the things that we're doing in the community from a financial education space. But to answer your question, when we talk about financial education and what I'm doing and what I'm so excited about is really getting into the community. To your point, as a financial institution, you may think people are coming to us already educated, right? So not only does the community need financial education, our consumers need a financial education as well. So I run a variety of programs that talk to the people ranging from, early as elementary age all the way to adulthood. And I do that through a variety of programs that we've created over the years. One in particular recently that we just launched about a year ago is Ventropolis. So it's a world and a hit video game, Minecraft, that teaches users, financial concepts ranging from credit and budgeting all the way to taxes and home ownership, right? So who thinks to talk to middle schoolers about taxes and home ownership? But we believe that the earlier you start teaching these financial concepts, the better off not only will those individuals be, but their families as well. So we incorporated those financial lessons into the game that millions have already love to play, and it gives the opportunity for students to build blocks of future financial success. Ally Wallet-wise, I happen to lead that program as well. It's been around for a number of years, but we're really focused on taking it to the next level with series-based learning. So making sure that we're building on the concepts, so ranging from banking basics all the way to planning for retirement, right? And our focus when we think about what we're doing in the community for financial education is for people that look like us. It's for communities that's been underrepresented or underserved. So we really go in and make sure that we're providing this financial education and creating creative content, programs, and opportunities like we just did this past summer with the Boys and Girls Club, which I'm super happy about it. I'm a former club kid, so to be able to go back and do a stock market challenge with the Boys and Girls Club and really teach the students how to navigate the stock market through an online simulator and mentor them and connect them with Ally Invest members to really talk to them about the capital markets and how they can start to invest and really understand money management. And at the end of that program, the students were given an opportunity to, create custodial invest or savings accounts that they can really start their financial journey. So we're doing a ton in the space, and I'm just happy to be one of the leaders that's in this space teaching financial education.
Man, that's a lot, and it sounds very similar to when we were starting in the classrooms. Those are the type of the topics and ideas that we were having for our young people and seeing what it could do not only for them, but their families and obviously ongoing community as well. And so for you, and I heard you speak at our Bibles, and I can hear the conviction in your voice, right? This isn't just a passion project. This isn't just passion. This feels like this is purposeful work. Like you have a purpose for what you're doing. It's very rare that you can find that purpose-driven work inside the workplace that you're actually at. So talk about that type of balance, right? Because most people are on the job, but it really doesn't match the purpose of what they want to do with their life. I feel like you've matched both here at Ally. How did that come about?
No, absolutely. And I'm blessed to be in that position. But, it's really about chasing passion and not money. But for me, it didn't always start that way, right? To be honest and frank, starting my career, I did chase the money. So growing up in the city of Detroit, Joy Road to be exact, my main goal was to get out and make money, right? So I've seen it both, how people went out and been successful through a variety of ways, but I chose to make sure that I did it the legal way, right? We know what the other way leads to, right? So when I think about what I wanted to do and what I wanted to bring back to my community, I know you all are from New York and in East Chicago, Indiana, so when I thought about that, I'm like, hey, I have to go out, I have to do something to bring back to my community. So when I left high school, I really didn't have a plan. I'll be honest. I knew I wanted to go to college. I didn't have a choice. My parents were going to make me go to college. So I went to Michigan State and went to a summer enrichment program. And I was listening to someone speak, and I'll never forget it. Word for word, a guy named Jamie Roberts, he was talking about accounting. I had never heard about accounting, debits, credits, T accounts, none of those things. But he said, accounting is the language of business. And if you understand accounting and the numbers behind a business, you can understand business as a whole. So I went with it. I jumped into it, said, hey, I'm gonna start a degree in accounting, because at first I was gonna go into general management, but he said you need to specialize in something. So here I am, 4.5, 5 years later with my master's in accounting from Michigan State. I started my career in Big Four accounting. So I'm one of the largest accounting firms out there because that was the plan that was laid out. They said, hey, if you go here, you can make a lot of money, you can make a lot of connections, and I went with it. So all the while I was working in Big Four accounting, I was an auditor, right? So nobody likes the auditor when they come in. So I was auditing for a number of years, putting in a lot of hours, really building my business acumen and building relationships. But it was something missing. I didn't feel fulfilled, and I didn't feel like I had the time to continue to do some of the things that I love to do in the community. So I made a switch. I strategically came over to Ally. It was a chess move to come over to a company that was committed to the things that I was committed to, which was growing the community, economic mobility, helping others. So when I came over to Ally, I started in a financial reporting role. And then all the while I was still working in the community with organizations that helped me when I was younger. So I was mentoring, I was volunteering with organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, the Midnight Golf Program. And I've always had a passion for community work because it was people and programs like that mentored me, that changed my path drastically, right? So it wasn't a lot of people growing up that looked like me, that was doing great things, that was successful in the way that I looked at success. I know it's very, very different. You can think of success a lot of different ways, but when I thought about what success was, it wasn't a lot of people that looked like me that was doing things other than sports and entertainment, right? So stayed committed to the community. And while working my 9 to 5 in accounting, I was making decent money. So I started actually investing into real estate. So I said, all right, I'm not trying to work 30 years, retire, live that life. So I started investing into real estate, but all the while staying committed to the community. And I had a conversation with Jack Howard. Y'all know Jack.
Yeah. Friend of the show.
Jack. So Jack is like big sister mentor, right? So I went to Jack's office here at Ally, and I was talking to her really about, hey, how can I get Ally more involved with some of these organizations that I was sitting on the board of, or maybe mentoring and volunteering? And she heard the passion in my voice about, hey, I really wanted to make an impact in the community. So not only did I leave that meeting securing opportunities for volunteerism and financial support for the organizations that I was doing so much for in the community, Jack was looking to expand her team. So she said, hey, I see your passion. I see you're committed. I'm looking to expand my team so we can do more in the community. It's an opportunity I think you should apply for. And now I use my accounting skills and my passion for giving back to lead financial education for one of the world's largest digital banks. It was a journey that started off a little rough, but eventually I found my way to living and working in my passion.
This that Red Panda Anthem.
Ian, what's up?
This that Red Panda Anthem.
Red Panda, what's
This
good?
that Red Panda Anthem.
Your
Whole
boy.
clip going up. I know they can't stand it.